Hello. Welcome to Night Talks. Actually, today is not night, today is Day Talks. So, welcome to Day Talks. And we will cover very quick topic today without going deep into developing. Give me a second. Okay. So, we'll cover very quick and small talk today. And it would be a talk about recent events probably. Let me try to execute the stream command from my open source list of my tools, which targeting video creators and video streamers to help them with their work. So this one is my helper for helper to do streams in running chatbot, which is helping me to answer all the questions, which help me to announce, basically read aloud some of your questions on my machine. Also, it provides you quick answers. It can use tools like access to my previous stream, summaries to my previous stream text, to this stream text, or to basic information about me and my channel. Also, it includes live transcriber, which you can run locally and basically record everything you say in special format, in transcript format. And my chatbot also takes the last 100,000 or several thousand characters. I say just to have better context. So I've executed all of those. It's already running on my machine. Like, give me a second. I need to find my mouse. Like that. So here you see that my live transcription is working. It's working maybe with some small delay. Sometimes it's it's basically very rare when it's trying to understand me like different language. So I'm not sure what's going on here, but normally it's just writing exactly what I've said. And we are using here Whisper Turbo model locally, and it's pretty efficient and recognize my text pretty cool. So yeah, I just think it's hallucination. Hallucination, of course, it's hallucination is our big negative minus of all current LLM models, because they sometimes want to please us instead of telling truth. That's why we could see that a lot of hallucination, especially in previous model like ChatGPT 4, ChatGPT 3.5, ChatGPT 3, or even 2. And of course, it's happening in Grok and in DeepSeek. We've seen it ourselves when we ask questions, even with search capability, including internet search. We ask some questions and it provides us some news, which are fake news. I mean, fake, not like political fake news, but technology fake news, which is worse. And it says, for example, that OpenAI already deployed its GPT-5. We've seen that news from multiple networks, and they even provide some looks good, nicely looking URLs like openai.com/news/GPT-5 announcement or something like that. Of course, it's 404 error for all of those news, but I mean it's happening. It's happening in current world. So I will not dig into why hallucination is happening. We already tell that it's happening because models want to please us and want to receive high grades, let's say that, and have a answer which looks nice rather than looks bad. And when it say I don't know, it looks bad. When it says I like it, it looks nice. Okay, very quick topic for today. I'm still didn't came to schedule to make my streams at evening. From other side, I get up very early now, so and I have to go to bed earlier, and I don't want to do my stream right before that because normally I can do it's much longer. Like yesterday, I did it 2.5 hours. You can see we tested Claude code engine. It's basically agentic agent, AI agentic agent, which should do some work which you expect from software engineer, like writing code, writing tests, creating PR, resolve comments, and so on and so on. So yeah, we try to do that. It's start producing something. We had some issues that it couldn't find Arial font in my Ubuntu environment, which we created in WSL virtual machine, basically. And we probably look into that or today evening or maybe tomorrow morning. Yeah, let's see when we can do that. Today I want to talk very quickly about political questions, about recent meeting between U.S. United States administration and delegation with President Zelensky from Ukraine, and what's happened after that, and what's happened during that, and so I have enough time to analyze it, really asking myself a very, very direct questions and try to provide very logical answers. And from what I could say that actually I believe that JD Vance and Donald Trump actually want to have a peace negotiations. There are topics like how strong is that feeling, or if they want to receive something in return. I believe in if we just ask what they want more, like Ukrainian minerals or peace, I would say the peace, because if it was just a deal about minerals, probably they could act differently. They could be more calm and not act so, not listen very carefully. Actually, what President Zelensky told to them, and he told a lot of bad things, let's say, unfair things, of course, and they could turn any of those things into continuation of deal. So Zelensky showed them some pictures or photographs of injuries of people who returned from Russia, where they've been in how it says, as hostiles engage, yeah. And of course it's a war and it happened from both sides. And of course Donald Trump can say, of course I see, that's why you need a peace, that's why you need to stop it immediately, and that's why you came here to sign a deal which will put a first stone and very big bricks in our deal and peace negotiations. And everything else, including if he said, for example, I wouldn't believe Putin, I wouldn't believe anything he want to say. And Donald Trump would say, of course, I'm here because I could make deals with him, because you cannot, you don't believe it, but I'm the president of the biggest country, I mean, economically, of course, and by force, I mean, by army and everything, biggest country in the world, and I could guarantee and I could sign something with Putin instead of you if you don't want to have anything with him, and so on and so on. But he chose, Trump chose to tell to protect basically some of I couldn't say truth. Of course, he started by protecting his vice president, but he's trying to protect some common sense and other things. And of course, it was awful negotiations. I mean, both parts can have done better. Of course, I agree that Mr. Zelensky was doing something unimaginable on that negotiation as a leader of country which are in the war, and the leader who really want to stop that, who really want to save that people, he act completely unlogically. He acting like he don't want that deal. He want to break it from the beginning, and yeah, he was succeeding it. He like played Trump and Gigi Vance like fools. Maybe it was a plan for him to have that, to yeah, or to broke the deal, or to break the deal, or to, I don't know, postpone it, or to have some informational noise. I don't know, but yeah, of course. And now it's clearly see that, of course, yeah, that I and for me it's answer both question. I don't like how Mr. Donald Trump trying to solve all these conflicts. I don't like how he acting and what he's saying, and how logical and concise all his statements are. I don't like it, and I wouldn't approve it. But I really like that he really put priority of peace above priority of money, of minerals, and I really like it. And I also truly believe that Vice President and Elon Musk also, they want to stop that war, and they want to stop the killing. Of course, I understand that Ukraine for them, maybe it's not as far country as for many of you who are listening to that, but of course let's say that it's still it's still not their country, it's still not their people, and of course they will not do anything to stop it. They will try. If they fail, they say, okay, you deal with it. But at least I believe that they have true. So I understand that a lot of political games, but at the same time I see the true willingness to stop that. So, and of course, as I said from my stream number 1, maybe stream number 2, I don't remember. It was from a very early streams in that series. I always said that I can't think of myself as leader in that state because I'm very peaceful. I'd rather go and negotiate peace as early as possible just to stop killing. And I don't think things like money or territory worse human lives and worse human happiness, worse happy human families, happy kids who otherwise can lose their parents, or like pairs who can lose their part, and it's awful. It's very awful. And I see that at this state, yeah, it's very similar to what Elon Musk displayed just recently. He displayed a tram and many people who lies before it, and Zelensky who can stop it. He has that turn which can stop the tram, and the picture says, I could stop tram at every moment, which stop killing the people who lies before it. But I'm afraid that it can go. I wouldn't stop it unless I make sure that it will not possibly go in few years from now again. And I don't know. I mean, it's very logical. I don't say everything Elon Musk says is logical. I don't know how he's a genius sometimes, but that is very logical. It's like, I don't know, if if some person has a death penalty because of something, and then someone came to him and say, hey, we have some we have a certain uncertainty about if you're actually responsible for like for some murder or not. And please choose. We can just have like 2-3 years about trying to understand if you are if you responsible or not. And maybe, just maybe, if we find that you are responsible, maybe we will come back to the same stage, and you will go to death, for example. And which person wouldn't choose to live for another several years? And we saying right now completely about completely different state, because if you stop the war, start the war, it would be much, much, much more harder, because again, the main reasons why this war was started. Right now, everyone said, okay, it's not possible. The main reasons that Ukraine go to NATO, and now everyone say, okay, it wasn't possible. We just stopped talking about it. At least United States talking about it, and other countries, European countries, say will never support that. But at the moment of start, when before that war started, again, I'm oversimplifying the things, of course, but anyway, there are some reasons and what's happening, and it's most probably will not continue, at least not in the next few years, and probably never, and probably again it wouldn't be the war between those countries ever again. And right now, by his deny of any negotiations with Russia with help of United States, Mr. Zelensky just dropping his country again into the other multiple months, or at least several months of war in which multiple people will die. It's not very logical. Of course, it's not very logical for leader. It's not very logical for human. Maybe it's logical for person who has no other choice. I don't know why he has no other choice. And I don't want to be a judge here, but yeah, as I said multiple times, I don't want to be in that position, because probably I would be a weak leader who don't want hundred of thousands own people to die. I'd rather put some negotiations and sign some peace, or even better, I sign something before any war, just to make sure that my country would be in the peace, and try to find some diplomacy way. So I think I don't want to go to coding right now, even I have Google Code still open. I tried to leave it for later today for my evening session, when I have my lamp switched on, and would be in coziness of late evening or night hours. And we just finished what we started to do with our code, and maybe commit it, and we will have bright new features like thumbnail generation, and probably we'll add some GUI and other things to that code. But we see that Cloud Code can do the things, but it still needs some supervision of a person, of developer. So it's still like not even junior developer, but it's more like a copiloting thing for me, at least for now. And I could say it's even more, it's more visible on more complex projects, where it couldn't it couldn't actually resolve simpler project, but with larger code base, because probably of some context window limitation and everything else. Okay, so I wish you everyone some more wisdom, better more than less, more love and more kindness, of course, and more wishes to the peace, of course. I wish you to be a more peaceful person, and just put all your effort into creativeness and to making your life and life of your closed one better, or life of your nation, whatever. without hurting others people, just by creating something good and beautiful. As that my message similar to what messages I have normally, I hope, but it's for today after I again thought about those conflicts in White House, and of course it kind of historical moments, and of course that moment need to be synced a lot by people, especially by Ukrainians and by United States citizenship quite well. If you haven't seen, I urge you to look at it and look at it's not much. It's maybe about 30 minutes, maybe up to 40 minutes, but it will answer a lot of your questions. Just look at those faces. Just look at the tone. Just look at, I don't know, on everything. Just look and feel with your heart. Who really wants what? Don't read someone. Just look at it. It's public. It's free. Come on. Okay, I think I provided my message for today. It's not it's completely not a developer, but hopefully it's slightly romantic. Yeah, and developer in terms of common sense and logic. That words I like those words. I like its return of the king, return of the common sense, return of the logic to the world. Let's play our own role in that return. Okay, guys, have a nice day, time of the day, whatever. See you later. Goodbye.